This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. How are you all on the other side of the screen? Let's go straight into the greetings. Don't have a big crowd today. Lee at Anfield Road, nice to have you here. Andy Hot Dog Pilot, one of the big regulars we have. Ivo Van San, nice to have you. I don't know if promising is the right word, but yes, we are running a steam locomotive. Jean Ricard, a long time no speak. How are you? Kiwi Dave, how are you? And there is Joseph Agliato, the Sergeant at Arms for the Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Model Railway Shed Dino is here. Tammy and Ray, nice to have you. Mom and son train rail fans. Damian Lafford just popped in. Nice to have you. Simon, SJ Dusty. Good long-time friend. Hope you're well. Thomas at Split Rock is joining us. Nice to have you here. Tim JD, one of the original Knights. How are you, sir? Tom Couples, another one of the original Knights. And Warwick Road Andy is here. So we've got at least 2 Andys going, so I think we can proceed. Some channels have a lot of Johns. We have a lot of Andys. How are you all? As I asked already, I've tried to keep up with the chat now, but I've gone through all the people on my very abbreviated list. It's that time of year, I think. Either that or I've pissed off enough people, but chats have been much smaller lately. But be that as it may, hey, did I just see another Andy, March West Junction? So we're up to 3. So now we can really go. I was hoping he might pop in. He still will later, I assume. We have a lot of people probably not going to be here because they are going to that. They're in Greeley, Colorado for that meet and greet, the show out there. You got man flu and hurt your back at work. Oh, yeah. Back injuries are going around. I'm not fighting any man flu. Anyhow, we're going to start off with a very abbreviated mail call. Last week, I got some stickers from a couple of channels, including Chris at Go Via Go Home. And today, well, I probably shouldn't show that. I don't care who sees my address. So you can send me stuff there. You can freeze frame and hunt me down and know where I'm at. But Dwight sent us some notes. Now, if anybody happened to watch Third Rail Thursday last night, Mark from M&M Rails hosted, and there was quite a funny bit between Dwight and the letter he sent with his stickers to Mark. And okay, so I don't get a letter. I just get a really cool sticker there. So that was nice of Dwight. Yep, no note, just a sticker. So I don't rate as much. I mean, would have been funny if you put Hi Joyce or something in there. But there you go. That's cool. I got to decide how I'm going to display all these stickers, and I don't want to peel them off. If anything, I would like use double-sided tape or something and stick them as is, so in case I change my mind, I can move them without damaging them. But that's one to add. All my other ones are up on my computer desk upstairs. Speaking of computer desk upstairs, hey, there he is right now. So Dwight, thank you for the sticker there. That was awesome. Oh, I don't want to dispose of that just yet. Yeah, the 800-pound gorilla in the room is some of you apparently tuned in to an unannounced and unplanned live stream. I have no idea what happened. I was working with my OBS, and I was building some scenes for a video I'm going to make, and it was in my bedroom. And I looked down, and all of a sudden I'm broadcasting. I don't know how long I was broadcasting, but I went into panic mode, like, oh shit, we're broadcasting, and we're live streaming. Now, Joyce and I weren't, the thing is, it was in our bedroom, it was late in the evening. And I am just thankful that it wasn't so late in the bedroom. Fortunately, there was no bedroom talk. And there easily could have been. And there was, and we were both fully clothed. Because, yeah, that was a bit of a shocker. Did I see Robert is here? Is that Robert from Train Sets? That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, I just watched your video before I came down to start getting ready to go on. I didn't comment on it yet, but it was cool. Nice to have that sort of cab view or passenger view. I'm actually have solved a problem with my GoPro. My internet Wi-Fi has changed addresses so many times that my phone and my GoPro were no longer talking to each other. So we've solved their differences. They've gone to counseling, and now they're talking to each other again. Hey, Mike at Putnam Junction. I know you've been knighted, but we will try it again. So, I'm not declaring you knight of the rhomboid table. So, now I didn't see who was there. I saw Trackside Mike was there. That was the only name I specifically saw. Maybe I saw Curly there. A couple other people have since told me they were there, but they didn't hear anything because I was working on a scene where I didn't have the microphone added yet. But definitely I was working on some scenes where the microphone was already added, and you would have heard mostly Joyce talking. Joyce had a bad day at work and was kind of releasing her frustration, so I don't know if anybody heard that, but it was... You're not good at sending a sticker? You are very good at sending a sticker. You sent a sticker and I got it. And your little note to the dog at Mark's, Lily, that was hilarious. He made it funnier, but it was funny that you said hi to the dog. But anyhow, yeah, we had, so I don't know if anybody heard any of the little conversation or Joyce's kind of frustration rant that she had. And if you were really lucky, you might have caught Joyce dancing, because there was a bit where she came over to the camera and started dancing a bit to cheer herself up and to, just be silly with me. And then I noticed that the damn stream was on, and oops. But so there's that. Well, hello, Lucy. How you doing? How was your school year? Because it's wrapping up. And see, I just knighted you, and for some reason, it didn't happen. Are you like blocked? Add as moderator. Standard. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table for the 5th time. Okay. So there you are. Anyhow, Mike at Putnam Junction, you are now knighted. Good to have you. So anyhow, that was, I mean, it's not like Joyce and I would have talked about anything that would have been held against us in a negative way. Fortunately, there was no bedroom talk. Just Joyce a little upset with her day, but it's not like off camera we're going to talk about things and say things bad about people, because we don't. Or at least people you would know. So there's that. Anyhow, Stephen the plumber is here. Nice to have you here. How are you doing, man? What you're going through is so nuts. So yeah, I got the sticker. The only other thing I got in the mail, I decided mine were getting old. Yes, now you're officially a knight of the rhomboid table, as declared by Donna Lott. Because that's my same voice I use for Donna Lott is my Queen of England. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. That voice. But anyhow, what I got here is I bought, fresh out of the bag, but I've needed a couple of tweezer, specifically pincher tweezers and that. So I'll take I've needed these guys. Mine are actually frayed at the end. They're bent away from each other, which is really hard to pick up little things. So I've got a couple of new pair, a bigger pair and a smaller pair, and then just a whole bunch of other little scalpels and micro tweezers and stuff like that. But it's a nice little kit. It was highly rated. So just some little tools to work on. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So that has been my week. Hey, welcome Diecast Skycrow DSC. That's a mouthful. Let's knight you. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. There you go. So those of you who have been knighted, you can advertise your channel or another channel as long as it is a friendly channel. We don't want to advertise your gay Puerto Rican whale porn. But if you got a train channel or a comedy channel that you think people should check out, go ahead and drop links, advertise. I like to think I'm the original. I was the first person that gave everybody, made everybody moderators so you could advertise. So anyhow, otherwise, I've just been busy. I've just started building bookcases, and I had, if you count one side, what is it? 40, 50, 60, about 200 linear foot of wood to slice down to make two sets of bookshelves that are going to become a pony wall, sort of a safety wall up in Joyce and I's bedroom. We have a railing because our bedroom is in a loft and there's a stairway that goes up to it and you come around, and we want to replace that and put in some shelving because Joyce needs more storage for books, and I'd like to bring some books out of my library that's currently back there in my old workroom. That's now my daughter's hobby room and escape the world. Hey, hi, how are you? Nice to have you here. And Carl's here. You got in from the Broken Biscuit Company, the BBC. But anyhow, I had to cut all those pieces, and I really had to be precise on the cutting, and I'm actually quite proud. I had to make 15 splines. The little, we're doing a 9-foot long, 3-level pony wall bookshelf. So it's a wall, but it's bookshelves, and it's 11 1/4 inches deep. It's 12 by, it's 1 by 12, which means it's 3/4 by 11 1/4. And I had to cut all that wood, and it has to be 100% accurate. And it's going to be 42 inches tall because that's code. Plus the back will go a little higher. The little backing board I'm going to put on, it's going to go a little higher, so you can use the top of the top of it as additional space. You can put things on top, and there'll be a back behind it to prevent stuff from going off of it onto the stairwell, stuff like that. I'll put pictures up when I'm done. I just don't film or take pictures while I'm in the process. I usually do a before or an after, and but that's what I'm working on. I just got done staining and clear coating it. I just finished the clear coating a little bit ago, but that's what I'm working on. Kyan is here. Hey, Kyan! Hi, Lindy. Little guy's here and says hi. Kyan, how are you, little guy? Opa loves you. Yes, I will get the trains going, run trades. Hey, there's Ben at Eagle Creek. Nice to have you here. If you're new to the channel, Lindy Loves is my daughter, And Cayenne is my 2.5-year-old grandson who, well, I can show him to you as a proud grandpa should. This is my grandson Cayenne advertising his favorite YouTube channel. But that's my beautiful grandson right there. But I think most people here know him. But if you're new to the channel, well, there he is. So anyhow, let's get to the trains and get running. Let's show you what we're running. I have been marking for months now. I put what trains I am running in the description of the channel just so people can look ahead of time and see what we're running. But here we go, picture view. In the foreground, we have the Class 146-5, and that's the IC. It's the only high-speed train running today. The double-decker makes it an IC2, but that's the one guy running today. Next line in, that sort of corrugated looking locomotive, that is a Class 147. That is pulling a Regio DoSto. That is pulling a double-decker set of commuter cars. The third line is the same freighter as last week, except the locomotive has been changed, and it is being pulled by a Class 181.2, which normally I think is only seen like in south central, well, western, central western and southwestern Germany, but it can run today. The Metronom running as well, so we do have quite a bit of double deckers. And then yes, I'm running a steamer today because why not? And I'm running that Class P8, that Prussian State train, pre-World War I variety, with some cars, Prussian State cars to go with it that are all pre-World War I. So, and then way in the back, doing the little mini loop, is my Class 440 EMU by Piko. Everything else is Märklin, but way in the back is a Piko. So let's get these trains into some kind of motion. And we will watch trains and babble about whatever. The Metronome is running Steuerwagen first, but the other double-deckers are running locomotive first. Okay, I'll slow him down. Now I just got to get over to the other side, get these last couple going. Okay, I do have a couple of camera. Hey, there's Randall Ellison. How are you? Did have a little issue. One of my cameras is angry. Now in the multi-view, we don't have issues, but basically a hard drive of mine stopped working because these hard drives are just pieces of crap. Hey, Tony from Choberton Junction, welcome in. Or Choberton. I don't know if you say the O as an O or the short O sound. But, so unfortunately, one of my corner cams is not working today. This guy is working today. That's the Dumb and Horse low view. Looking into the one area that is kind of populated with some scenery. Oh, that sounds cool, EFO. They found an old KPEV sleeper, which is funny because I was just watching a channel where somebody had a model of one. But also because that hard drive is no longer working, I can't do the layout map because all the information on the layout map was on that hard drive when I loaded it to OBS. I really need to move it into my computer, but that's not going to happen until it starts working. You're waiting for, yeah, we're getting up into the 80s today, which for us is warm. So let's move on and, oh, we just missed them. Well, he'll be coming around the mountain when he comes. So there he goes. Of course, the metronome just blocked him off. Hey, Raymond Legs, how are you? Nice to have you here. And then this is what we call the long view. You can kind of get the idea of how my table is set up. It is just an end chaser. I have 3 lanes that run the whole loop. And then I have 3 lanes that just run on this table. I'm not big into the scenics itself, although I'm trying to slowly build. Although I haven't worked on the scenics in a couple of years. I'm just into watching trains run. But I am creating a city in Germany that I spent 14, 15 Junes in, 2003 to 2017, where I ran an exchange program with students. And for the month of June, we lived in the city of Delmenhorst. So, or if you pronounce it in German, Delmenhorst. So the station over there is exactly the way the station looked in 2019, although 2 shops in the station no longer exist. They're closed. So you can't keep it updated, and I'm not going to take it out and update it. It looks as it did then. And you hate going to the doctor, you're going to the doctor. Oh, you may have the showstopper. Hopefully it's a mild case. So yes, I am running some steam. Hey, Mark, how are you? So I'm running one little steamer today. I won't be doing a Steamapalooza anytime soon. I tend to save those for around Christmas or special event when I get another steam locomotive, which I shouldn't be getting too many. Speaking of which, I haven't started the floor cam, so let's get those guys going. Let's go to the multi-view, and I will get the UK 00 scale trains going. So let's go to multi-view, and I will head back here. It's the same trains as the last couple of live streams because they're the only 2 that don't really fight with the track. So we are running that, let's go ahead and show it on the floor. There it is. So there's the floor cam. We're running that Class 800 Azuma. And we're running that Beatles Class 73 with the singles from Liverpool train cars. And yeah, I really have to agree with George from Whitewall. Hardcore Whitewalls. Whitewall Wheels Hardcore MOH. There, I'd get it right eventually. Anyhow, George he bought 2 versions of the train so that he could have all the cars, so all the singles were facing in both directions, so that he had the 4 box cars. And I'm really thinking of doing that. I'll wait and see after I get back from Germany, because this is my second to last live stream. Next Friday is my last live stream in the United States, and then the next 4 will be from Germany. I think it's 4. Yeah, the next 4 will be from Germany. I will be maintaining the live streams because I haven't missed a Friday live stream in 3 years. and I'm not going to start now. Even in the UK, I tried to, even if it was an abbreviated stream, but at least I'll be on your time period. But next week, I'm still here in Toledo, but 2 weeks from today, and if Jean Ricard's up to it, I might have Jean Ricard as a guest on camera with me, because I won't be running trains. Won't be running trains, because my trains will be here, and I'll be in Germany, but we'll probably do something, because Jean Ricard is staying in the same hotel we're staying at while we're hanging out in Hamburg together. So, if the Wi-Fi is good enough, we will do that. All right, Steven, take care. Yes, it does. Yes, Ifo. Delmenhorst, basically anything Delmenhorst is related to the city of Oldenburg. Delmenhorst was started in the 1200s as a forward military fort against Bremen, because the Duke of Oldenburg and the Bishop of Bremen were fighting over territory. So on the Delma River, the Duke of Oldenburg ordered a fort built to keep an eye on Bremen troops coming west towards Oldenburg. And so that's how Delmenhorst started. It was a military castle, a burg, or as it was called in Low German, a Horst. Delma is the river, and Horst was an old type of fort. And then, as was typical of military castles, gradually trade and locals built a small town there. And the one main shopping street, Lange Strasse, has been the same. Well, I mean, buildings have changed over the years, but that street has been there as the main street of Delmenhorst for over 700 years. That's kind of cool when you walk down Lange Strasse in Delmenhorst. And you go, people have been walking down that street for almost 800 years, about 750 years. That is definitely an idea, Robert. I could do a StreamYards and just have people pop up on screen. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I've got a StreamYard account, so that might be fun to do. So, yeah, might be easier to do it on StreamYard. I mean, my laptop is already set up for OBS, but, and I've even used my phone, but, yeah, we will, that's definitely a great idea, Robert. So I will say right now, I'll probably do that. Hi, Joel, guten Abend. Yes, my live streams for Germany will be 9:30 p.m. in Germany, which is 8:30 p.m. in the UK, which is 3:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the United States. So it'll be at the exact same time, same bat time, same bat channel. Just different background. No, I really want to, Dino, but I won't be anywhere near it. The closest I'll be to it is when I'm in Hamburg, and it's still like a 3-hour and 20-minute train ride. And I don't think Joyce nor, I don't know, Jean Ricard, would we take a 3-hour, 20-minute train ride just to go to Lippe on our one day off? Actually, I think they'd be closed because that's a Sunday. Because Friday we arrive. Saturday, the only free day we have is Sunday. Because we arrive Friday afternoon, early afternoon in Hamburg. And then from Frankfurt. And we're going to go check out the model trade shops. And then, yeah, the only free day Joyce and I have is technically Sunday. Because then Monday we're heading off to Freiburg. Because, yeah, we're staying 3 nights in Hamburg. So, yeah, I will be... wow, why is that way behind? Well, I'll probably talk a lot about, yeah, they're closed on Sunday. Yeah, that's why I had to think about that. It's like, wait, no, it's only on a Sunday. And since we got tickets for Saturday evening, I don't think we could really go on Saturday morning. So, no. I am mailing something. I've talked to Lipa about that Class 218, which I talked about last week. That just was such a bust out of the box. And they said ship it back, and they gave me all these instructions. And it's going to be so expensive to send it back from the United States. So I wrote them back, and I said, look, in 2 weeks, I will be in Germany, and it'll be a heck of a lot cheaper to mail it from Germany than from the United States. They said, yeah, do that. Just mail it to us when you get to Germany. So, yeah, I'm going to send it back, and they'll replace it. And we'll see if I get a better one, or I don't want to necessarily ask for my money back. Yeah, Tim JD, I'm buffering. Huh. Hey, Martin, how are you? So am I buffering, or are you buffering, Jean Ricard? Is your signal weak? Anybody else? Everybody else says I'm okay. Yeah, unfortunately, for those who are new to the channel, I have a image of the map, but my hard drive, external hard drive that I keep the images on, is not working right now. I'll give it a try and see if it will start working here. Now, my computer didn't ping, so I'm going to assume it's not happy with it. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll talk, Joyce and I will talk about the trip to Germany, more specific details next week, since it's our last live stream before we're off to Germany. Yeah, Joyce has one more full week of work, which is next week. For me, next week would have been exams, but I'm retired, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But yeah, a week from yesterday, next week, Thursday, is Joyce's birthday. Hey, Ian, welcome in. Glad to see you here. Well, we call this camera up the ramp because, well, it goes up a ramp. And then when you follow up the ramp, this is a view into the Delmenhorst station with the bus depot, the Zeo Bay, in front of it. The train station, I'm very proud to say, is 100% scale accurate. It's in 187 scale, both width and length. The only thing that is, and both inside and outside, it's exactly as it looked. Everything's scratch built, except for those light towers, because I found Fleischmann made the exact light towers that were on the Delmenhorst. So rather than trying to cobble it together myself, I bought the light towers. Hey, Sean, great to have you here. Yeah, the station of Delmenhorst, it's not a pretty one, architecturally speaking, but it's kind of my adopted German hometown. I'm an honorary citizen of Delmenhorst, and the mayor that made me an honorary member said, I did more to promote good things about Delmenhorst and say good things about Delmenhorst than most Delmenhorst citizens. So there's a view. But yeah, it's... yeah, I don't know. On that site, they originally had a standard grade station, which was at the level the tracks now are, but they decided, because the city had expanded, the town had expanded on the other side from the main part of the town, there was no easy way through. So they basically built this concourse, and it's underpass, overpass, whatever you want to call it. So the station is now below the tracks. And then further up and down that ramp is there are traffic lanes where you could get from one side to the other without having to cross the train tracks. The butterfly shed. Yes, Lee is getting an interview. Lee is being interviewed on a channel. I never get interviewed on channels. Most people, I assume, figure I say everything I would answer their questions with on my streams anyhow, so either that or nobody wants to get to know the modeler. All right, Martin, thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Take care. Cheers. I even think to set this camera up. Whoops, that was bad timing. Sorry about that. Hey, Leslie's here. How are you, Leslie? The Atlantic wall stuff is part of the miscellaneous item video or create a separate one? I don't know. Yep, somebody's monkeying about. What monkey? The one down in the bottom right-hand corner. Sadly, the one camera that, this camera is not working today. It and my external hard drive had an argument and they both lost. Only static grass I have is the static grass that I bought on a sheet. Which actually isn't bad. Hey, Chris, welcome in. How are you? I do have one thing I want to do, so I need to set it up. So let's go back up to the multi-view, and you guys can let your eyes boggle. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, there's the car. Now I gotta think what's the best way, best direction. That way. And then I gotta open up this. And I've gotta open up this. All right. Keep forgetting they always want to add that, and so now where's my phone? Okay, are we good? Hey, there's George. I was just talking about you a while ago. Okay, so emails. No. Okay. GoPro quick. All right, so we're going to GoPro. Hook up. It's been so long since I've been able to do that live stream. Oh, I forget which way to set it up. That's what I really needed to save. Okay. Come on. Sort it up. Hey, Rick's here. Hi, Rick. How are you doing? All right, take care, Robert. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us for a bit. All right, continue. Go live. There's one step of this I forgot. Yeah, there we go. Network. 168. Enter. Okay. We are good to go. Is it on here? No. All right, let me see. Sorry about this, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Whoops. Sorry, I was messing with something, so you had a black screen there for a minute. Let me see if I can do it on the multi-camera, multi-view. Yeah, it should be in there. GoPro cam. Delete. Add. And then bear with me. Come on, we can do this. Grr. RTMP colon. Sorry guys. I'll be back paying attention to things in a minute. I'm trying to set something up. Ta-da! There it is. All right, all right, all right, all right. We are good. We are good. Bear with me for a second. And I got to wait for him to come around. Let's have a little fun. There's a possibility I could do something stupid here. But I'm going to try to do this without shutting everything down. Bear with me, kids. Slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. Come on. A little bit more. Slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. Alright, we'll see if we can do this. Okay, we are engaged. So let me see. Now guys, the screen will go black, and if everything's right, it'll come back on in about 2 seconds. Bear with me. Ta-da! There we are. Okay. Slow this down just a bit. I've actually got 2 trains going about the same speed. I don't want them to have the same view the entire way through. All right, I'm going to stop this train to let the other one get out of the way for a second. There is a 3-second delay between what this films and what you see. Come on, let everybody through. Let it go, let it go. Okay, there we go. Hey, Jim, nice to have you here. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in right away. Oh, we caught up to the freighter again. Dude, really? All right, maybe I'll get in front of the freighter this time. But I call this the passenger view. Some people get the cab view, I get the passenger view. Hey, Roger, nice to have you here. Now, what you can't see, although the image, I hope you guys see the image very nicely, but the image is 4K, but of course it's condensed down to high definition through OBS. Yes, I am, Tim. I'm probably gonna get a couple of the ones. Yes. So that's definitely on it. the thing is, there were a couple of errors I had on the on that video that I really love that set, but apparently it's only Z scale. I thought they were doing both Z and HO scale. I really thought they were doing an HO scale, which is why I highlighted it, because it was in the HO section. And the next page is an HO train, but somebody corrected me and said that's only in Z scale. And I'm really, really, really disappointed about that, because I was going to buy that network rail, that Deutsche Bahn network rail train. I thought it was too cool. So this just offers a little bit, and I can stop it anywhere and slow it down, highlight it. The one thing you can't see unless I turn the camera around is the joke scene on platform 2 and 3. But I like that. Otherwise, there's some nice looking stuff, but the flying the Flying Scotsman is one I'll be getting, and then the one cars, and that's it that I would consider definites. Jean Ricard was on the phone with me this afternoon while I was working on some wood. And he was trying to talk me into getting the blue 248, the dual powered bit. Now, I'm broadcasting that in 4K, which means it won't last long, but there it is. Thought you guys, I haven't done that one in a while. Yeah, I'm sorry, I will get the Märklin black containers. They've released them before. They released a Märklin 66, black with the red lettering, and they released container wagons and a couple of other types of freight. And then later they released tankers that were black with the red Märklin on them. And at the time I thought, well, it's not real. It's not something that they actually put out there in reality. So I elected not to buy it, and now I regret it. I really wish I'd bought it and just as a novelty had the Märklin train running. Well, I'm in there too, Roger. I wish I had more time. The last month, really, I have watched so much less YouTube because I'm doing this home DIY project. And then I had a few days here last week and through the weekend where I wasn't working on anything because I was waiting for things to come in. And so I caught up, although I know I missed videos. I know some of you in here posted videos that I did not comment on a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't find them, and I can't remember which channel it was to go back and say, oh yeah, they posted. It's usually when you post a video and I go back to your channel to see if I missed one from a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, that's the situation where I definitively know I missed some videos. And then there's even just the live streams and stuff I've missed. I used to always watch right before my live stream came on, Edward Cady from Happy Valley's Hobbies channel. He used to go on before me, and I'd watch his live stream until about 5 minutes before I had to go on. And now he's on Sundays, but it's dinner time here, and we have the family over every Sunday, so I can't watch his live streams anymore. So I try to watch it when I can, but I've been so behind just on posted videos that I haven't been able to catch up on some of the live streams. Hey, Clive! Great to have you here, man. Have you finished up the roof, or is there still more to do? I mean, I know there's other things to do, but like just getting the main stuff done. But I have no idea where do I stick this one. Over me, I guess. The world turned upside down. Don't mind me here. I have to just do this. Where is it? Transform. That's it. Transform. There we go. I don't know. What's the best place for it? If I put it up here, I can make it a little bigger. There we go. That's a good place for it here. Just to have some more fun. Man, I love that Azuma, as if I haven't said that enough. That scarf. Hey, it is what it is. I'm a Liverpool fan for over 50 years. I don't apologize for it. Indeed, Kiwi Dave, but I was not going to make that joke, but since you made it, it's all good. Mike, all my cameras except the GoPro over there are USB. I've got a supercomputer that has all kinds of places to plug the cameras in. It was specifically designed so I could do this insanity. And there's still two cameras. There's still two cameras not on this screen. I'm covering up one, and I don't know, I could put that there and make it tiny so nobody could really see it, but if I put it up there, nah, that cuts into those views. I could put it up there. That might make Warwick Andy happy, covering up the Liverpool sign. I put it there, nah. So where'd I have it that I liked it? Up over here. Right about there. That is the Azuma. Let's go back to it real quick. That is the Class 800 Azuma. It is a high-speed train from the UK. Joyce and I rode it a couple of times. We rode it from Edinburgh to York and York to London. It's a gorgeous train on the outside. Inside, it's very nice. The seats are not the best seats we've sat on. They're not completely uncomfortable. They're not miserable seats. They were okay, but we definitely have had better seats on other trains. Now, 3 seconds later, you'll see it on that camera. Yeah, Paul Vosman's out there. Hey, Paul, hope you're well. And if Mark from Model Railway Fantasia's out there, shout out to him. Hope you're doing all right. You commented on my video earlier. I saw the 805s for Avanti. Hitachi makes them. I saw 805s for Hitachi. Are they also the plain basic white ones? 805s for Azuma? Well, you got nothing to be too upset with. Liverpool wasn't that great this year. All that talent. I personally, as a Liverpool fan, I think Klopp, as great as he's been, to me, the Premier League trophy is more important than any other trophy. And he's won every trophy once in his 7-year career. He's won every trophy once. And I think his message has worn out with the team. I think the players he's gotten rid of and the players he's kept. Although I love Mo Salah, he's my favorite Liverpool player, perhaps of all time. And yeah, I know there's Ian Rush, and Michael Owen is really my favorite all-time player. I love Michael Owen. I know Robbie Fowler and Ian Rush and Steven Gerrard and all those guys, but I just always liked Michael Owen. If that dude had not kept injuring his legs and stayed at Liverpool, he might have been one of their all-time goal scorers, and they might have kept winning, because it's no coincidence that they really stopped winning trophies around the time Fowler retired and Owen left. It's all right. Let's move on to, let's get a couple of quads in here and see what's happening. Well, they scored a lot of goals to get to those finals, but yeah, there were 0-0 ties. And yeah, you kind of like the old days where they had to keep playing until somebody scored, but with so many cups being played for now, so many games being played, these guys, it's there's a reason that they're yeah, there was a guy there, that horrific tackle that just ended his career, because yeah, Steve was really, really sparkling, and that tackle just destroyed his career. Yeah, I go back to the very late 60s, early 70s as a Liverpool fan. And I became a Liverpool football fan because the Beatles were from Liverpool. I'm a huge Beatles, so anything from Liverpool was cool. And I actually know that a couple of the Beatles were Everton fans and not Liverpool fans, but Liverpool was the one carrying the city name, so I just became a huge Liverpool fan. And and the funny thing is, our newspaper, our little local newspaper, the Toledo Blade, had the scores. They did the it was the English, League One. It wasn't called the Premier League back then. but we would get the scores, so I could keep up very easily with Liverpool until the late 70s when they stopped giving the soccer league scores from Europe. And but by that time, ESPN and cable allowed me to watch games. Well, I mean, foreign players were coming in even before it became the Premier League. But, you know, it is kind of hard because, you know, we talk about the same thing with American baseball, that there's so many guys being brought in from other countries that guys born here can't get in the leagues. But the idea is the teams want the best players they can get. And I don't have that sort of nationalist view about any sport anymore. I can get a Hornby 00 Liverpool FC Steam Loco. Okay, you might talk me into that one. I'd have to see if somebody has it for sale, or if I'm coming to Getz. If somebody's got one, or while I'm at Getz, if somebody sees one, let me know. I can run it down there. Maybe they'd make boxcars of all the great players of Liverpool history. Hey, Trackside Mike, how are you? I was talking earlier about all of you that got an unannounced live stream because my OBS just suddenly started streaming, and I have no idea what was on, and I am just grateful because it was 9, 10 o'clock at night, and that's when we're getting ready to go to bed, and just did not know that thing was broadcasting until I looked down and saw the red dot on, and I'm like, wait, why is the red dot on? I was just working on something, setting up a video I was going to record, and it started streaming, not even recording, and I wasn't ready to record the video, so it wasn't like I went over there and accidentally hit stream instead of record. Well, holy cow. I think if anybody was there when I was working on a scene with a microphone, I think you might have heard Joyce talking about her bad day at work, and me telling her to get over it. Hey, Andy T, how are you? Oh, you actually talked to Kevin Keegan. Was a B17460. Well, again, it's something I would keep an eye out for because that's one of those odd things I would buy just to have it, even if it's not working, just to put it on a shelf. Kieran is here. Andy T is here. Yeah, and Jim, the new lighting system that you installed a while back, your room up there, I just got one thing to say, Jim, is why the hell didn't you put those lights in when I came over? You wait till I leave and then you put in lights. Although I did live, Joyce and I were watching your latest video where you were running trains. And you put a camera, and Joyce like, honey, isn't that where you were sitting when sitting there watching his trains and doing it? I was like, yep, that's right where I was sitting. He did it. You should call that camera the Anthony view. I sat right behind that one little area right in that corner, and you put a camera there. Now, I don't know, but I think it was, I mentioned it earlier, but those of you who came in at the right time might have seen Joyce dancing, because Joyce and I did not know it was recording. Thank goodness there was no bedroom talk, and thank goodness we were both fully clothed. But Joyce, after a little bit of a, all right, get over being grumpy and think it's up cheerful, she came over and saw that I had the monitor up, and was working on and had the camera with me on because I was setting up a scene for a video I'm going to record. And she just saw the camera and just to play around started dancing. So I don't know if anybody got to see Joyce dancing at that time. Yeah, I'm sure they did it for at least the top teams, if not all the teams. Hey, Chris Hantrell, how are you, sir? But like, yeah, Märklin and Rocco both did trains that had the Bundesliga teams on it. And I didn't buy it. Well, we wouldn't have been doing that on camera either. At least not that camera. But yeah, it was, I think the only thing that would have been embarrassing was a couple of people might have heard Joyce grumbling about her work day and some things. I'm doing all right. Back is getting better. I'm almost to the point where most things I do, I'm not noticing it, but there are some things where I do notice it. I've been working in the garage. I've got it all pre-drilled, except for some pieces that require special drilling. And I think what I'm going to do is just take it up to the bedroom and assemble it so I can just immediately put it into place. Because we have to take... well, you guys have no idea what I'm talking about for the most part. Joyce and I in our bedroom have... our bedroom is a loft. It's an attic that's been converted into a master bedroom. And there is a stairway that leads up to it, and there's an L-shaped railing around the opening of the stairway in our bedroom. And we need some shelving and some book and school storage space up there because Joyce has 10,000 folders and binders and that for her 10 million lesson plans and such. And so she wants... and I want to put a few books, get them out of this workroom back here, my library that's in this workroom. I want to get a few books and put them up in the bedroom. So I'm building a 9-foot long and then 3.5-foot long L-shaped bookcase. That's going to replace the railing, but it obviously has to be sturdy enough that it has to be bolted to the floor so that it's weight supported. It has to be bolted to the floor into the joist. So I think it'll just be easier for me to take all the pieces that are pre-drilled, take them upstairs and build it into place, knock out the railing when we're ready to put it into place. Yeah, I have a collection of Hefeweiz beer glass, Gläser, from all the cities I've been to in Germany that made a white beer glass, wheat beer, Weiz beer. You know, it gets translated Weiss beer as white beer, but it actually means wheat. Weizen beer. But you know, it's not like you would have heard Joyce or I saying inappropriate things about people to people, because we don't do that anyhow, except when we're away from everything. Yeah, I've got a GoPro, so I will pull that back up again because it's been a while since I've done it. And I'm sure it's going to die here. It's only good for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, because it's broadcasting at 4K. 3, 2, 1. So many DDs. Erdinger. But, yeah, so there's quite a few cities I've been to I didn't get the beer glass for. But, I really need to pick up some of the stuff from where my grandson moved everything. Double D's. Indeed. Yeah, you do, and you know, at the right time, you do where you do train passing or train meeting, and you really, it's just kind of cool because that reminds me so many times of pulling into stations, pulling out of stations. It's just great. It's great to see. And just all the crappy scenery that I've thrown on, because most of my scenery is just wargaming scenery, either stuff I built or bought, just tabletop wargaming stuff that we used when we played. So like those, you know, very cheap hills. Is he gonna pass one? Shouldn't do it that way because at that angle it's gonna look, yeah. That looks too much like the UK flip-off. Yeah, I've got an IC1 that is full consist. Are all my buildings. Some of my buildings are 3D printed that I made myself. Some of my buildings are 3D printed that I printed myself. Others are kit bashed where I took parts from different models and bashed them together to make specific buildings of Delmenors. But yeah, most of them are, there's Pola, Fowler, Keebri. I even have a couple of Hellion or Helgen. Depends on if you go with the Danish or English way of saying it. Yeah, there are a couple of shots that it does give my layout a little bit more to it. You know, shows that I have done a few things on my layout, but I haven't worked on my layout in a couple of years again, and that's going to change when I get back from Germany, as long as I'm done with house remodeling. But yeah, I will. I'm going to work on the Fowler car system one last time. I've got plan A and plan B, and if plan A doesn't work, then plan B is just the permanent solution. Yeah, oh, I should have gone to the GoPro with that view, darn it. He was next to the steamer there. Well, he's not going to catch up to it. Steamer's chugging around pretty fast there, isn't he? I just wish the steamer had sound in it. Okay, that's my daughter home. But yeah, those hills right there that you see right there, you know, those are just for quick throwdown when you're going to a club or you're going to the game shop where they play. I mean, this is my favorite view using the GoPro, where you can see from the through the station to the houses. That's about as realistic as you can get a GoPro shot. I don't care whose layout it is. From that, you know, everything looks done. You're not seeing that the streets aren't done. You're just seeing the rooftops of the buildings, the upper levels of the buildings, and here you're going to see it, 3 trains meeting, so this is kind of cool. And here you go, passing a freighter. That's kind of cool. You say hellion, yeah. Well, that's an American term too. We call obnoxious kids or terrible twos little hellions. You little hellion! The Boob Express. And I still want to get that. I've got all the parts. I just got to put it together and see if I can fix the electrical and get that windmill working. That would be cool to have that windmill actually going around. Whoops, wrong one. Yeah, that's the camera not working today. yeah, I hear both guys in the UK and in Europe. They're every now and then I'll run into somebody saying this is a great model by Hellion, but usually it's not in the positive. Very mediocre, whether it's their stuff for the UK market or their European market. Yeah, the thing is, and if you can find it marked down, even better. Joyce, thanks to Andy from March West Junction and Alan from Dragon Junction, Joyce managed to conceal the whole purchase and got all the information and bought it at a good price. But for the same price, now there's nobody over there right now, but they're coming. But for the same price as that little 5-car set that did not come with a decoder or anything else, I could have gotten a Märklin ICE4 set with 5 cars, and it would have had interior lighting, decoder, all kinds of, and it does have all kinds of sound and light functions. So it's a little bit. Train World has it for $200. That's a steal, because these were. I think the cheapest I saw it was 350 pounds when 330 pounds when I was in the UK. And I haven't looked to see what Joyce paid for it, and I'm not going to. Yeah, I've got a few of the Hellion buildings on my layout. I've got a lot of old Pola HO, but I probably have as much Auhagen as anybody. No, Randall, the set I have on the floor, my IC4 is Märklin, The set on the floor is Hornby. Yeah, those two trains running there are Hornby. Piko has an ICE4 set where it starts with 4 cars and then you buy the additional 8 cars separately. There's like a 3-car set, a 1-car set, and 2 2-car sets. And for that same money, you could have gotten the Märklin. Now, the Piko is true scale. The Piko ICE4 is a true 1:87 scale train. But when it came out, it was really raved about. But from what I understand, as time has gone by, more and more channels I watched have talked about how the Piko developed mechanical problems. Now, that said, my Märklin ICE4 also doesn't run as well as it did when I first got it. It does not like pushing or pulling all those cars uphill. But if you can see this one for $200, it's worth it. But I don't think you would see the Azuma 800, which is what you'd look for, Azuma 800. And you can get it in N scale or 00. But it is gorgeous. If Märklin were to make a AC version of it, I would buy it in a heartbeat. Hey, Eric, how are you doing? Whoops, that's right, because that camera's dead today. I'm not quite sure. It and the hard drive were not liking each other, and now, Roger, correct me if I'm wrong, was the Swallow livery the original livery for the HST 125? Or what was the original livery? Because I like the Swallow livery. I'm a huge fan of the Swallow livery. Again, if somebody made a 3-rail version, or if I'm at Getz and I can see a Class 43 HST and the Swallow livery for a good price, I might pick it up. Because I'm very, very... I do like that livery. Oh, yellow and blue was the original. Well, I'm waiting to see if Märklin will make an Amtrak again for... they made an Amtrak a long time ago, and they released an Amtrak locomotive, was it last year or scheduled for this year? Because they're making a Union Pacific, couple of Union Pacific locomotives this year. Is it the 44s? I forget which ones, but the Class 44. Yellow and blue HST. Okay. I love the Swallow livery. I just think that's the coolest looking HST. And maybe the coolest high-speed train in the UK ever. Although the Azuma might win that now. But I'm not going to buy any American 2-rail stuff right now. I'm already digging myself a hole with the UK 00 stuff. I've got 4 or 5 UK things I can run. I've got the Eurostar, and it's all mostly Beatles stuff. I've got the Mallard, the Eurostar, the Beatles singles, the Azuma, and then I got the Beatle album wagons, which aren't a train in and of themselves. Yeah, the Swallow, I see the Swallow more, and that's probably why I think it must have been, I think it was the original, because I see it all the time, and I don't see the blue and yellow as often. That's the $1 million question, Dino. Is Märklin doing... This is the first UK train Märklin's done in a long time. And their thing is, it's a famous train and they're making it. But if it sells well, I could see Märklin turning around and trying to do the Mallard. I could see Märklin saying, okay, let's do the Mallard. And if that sells well, okay, let's put out some matching cars. And if those sold well, I could see them suddenly doing... But I just think all the American and the German, Austrian, Europe, continental companies, they're just too scared to try to make too much UK-related stock that isn't 00. To make it an HO, I think they feel would be such a narrow audience. But I could see them making a couple of other historical trains, or locomotives at least. Because I'm disappointed they're not making matching cars for the Flying Scotsman. Hey, welcome back. Tammy and Ray, hope you're doing well. But, yeah, that little delay. But, yeah, without doubt, I would throw my Hornby Mallard away, or give it away. And, if it doesn't even have to be Märklin, if Rocco or Piko decided. Because again, if Märklin makes money on the Flying Scotsman, if they sell a lot and make a lot of money, I could see them, or one of the other companies say, I could see Märklin going, hey, maybe we could try another famous UK locomotive in HO and see how it does. And that would have to be the Mallard. With the Flying Scotsman, the Mallard's got to be... the Mallard, to me, and the Flying Scotsman are the two most famous UK locomotives. I'm sure guys in the UK would say, oh, there's a whole bunch of others. But I think to non-UK residents that know any UK trains, the Mallard and the Flying Scotsman would be the two most famous. But if it sells well for Märklin, I could see Rocco and Piko. I couldn't see Brava or smaller companies doing it, but the big companies like Rocco and Piko, I could see them saying, okay, Märklin did well with the Flying Scotsman. Let's test the waters and do Mallard. Let's and see, because there are a lot of Americans who do HO and a lot of Canadians who do HO that would buy those trains. And I'm an American who does German trains, but there are trains that I would buy from the UK. I already have. And if they made them for my Märklin system, I would buy them. I would love an Azuma racing around. Could you imagine my Railjet, an IC3, and an Azuma, or maybe a GWR, or a Caledonian sleeper train, all running next to each other, the Railjet, the ICE3 or 4, and a Caledonian sleeper set, or a all running on my layout? That would be amazing. But I know there's a lot of people in the HO world that would, that they'll even buy the 00 scale trains. My friend Tom Kessler, he just bought a bunch of 00 scale Hornby trains and Bachmann trains, because he likes the UK locos, and he decided to add them to his huge Märklin and Tricks collection. All right, Kieran, take care. So I would see somebody testing the waters again, and to me, the mallard would be the next best thing. Now, obviously, Märklin has an excuse. The Flying Scotsman was celebrating its 100th anniversary. Was it last year or was it this year? So Märklin is using that as an excuse. That you'd move in with me. Yeah, it would be really cool because I could see me going with an international layout for the hell of it and just run, because I do love those trains. Now, I've seen the Mallard up close and personal, and anybody who was with me knows I went geek mode when I saw the Mallard. There were people I should have been talking to, like Carl Braun and Richard Brown and Andy March West Junction, and well, I'd already done some talking to Alan a few days earlier, but he came down to York. But I saw the Mallard and it was like, goodbye, gentlemen. I'm going to go geek out at the Mallard. And the only thing is, Joyce beat me to the Mallard. Joyce, a couple of guys were talking to me about the Mallard, and I'm like, the Mallard, I got to go see it. And Joyce ran right up the stairs and got inside and was taking all the pictures while I'm standing down there looking at her. Woman, how dare you get a view of the Mallard before I do? So, now, Alan at Dragon Junction and several others, but Alan's the one I remember most, bought the gold-plated wheel version of the Mallard, or not the Mallard, the Flying Scotsman last year. Gorgeous. Now, Märklin's not doing that. Now, the interesting thing is, Sam's Train did a review, it's hard to call it a review, but he announced it. And Sam does have a continental bias. And I love Sam's Train, so I'm not saying anything negative. I'm not slagging his channel at all. But he does have a little bit of a bias against the continental stuff. Just a little bit of one that comes out now and then, like some other channels I could mention. He was saying, oh, wow, this looks really sharp. But then he starts looking at some of the details in the pictures and go, well, this isn't very good and this isn't very good. And for the money they're asking, it's like, yeah, but wait till you run it. Get the Tricks version, and yes, you're going to pay a lot more money. You're going to pay double the money, but get quadruple the value of your Hornby. Unless you got some old classic era Hornby version of it, but then the Märklin's going to have a lot more detail. So the detailing, the decoder, the sound effects, plus the Märklin quality running is going to be streets ahead of anything Hornby or even Bachmann would put out in 00. You've been trying to get a second tender. So it's one of those things where I'm an American, but I don't have that bias. I don't own American trains, and I've seen a lot of cool things for good prices from American companies. But I will say, having bought some UK Hornby and Bachmann things, okay, it's all Hornby. Having seen some Bachmann stuff live, felt it, the price does not equal the quality. And that may not have been true in their heyday. But the stuff I saw in the UK that's all come out within the last 5-10 years that I'm seeing, and then watching UK channels, yes, the continental stuff is more expensive, but even Piko's low-budget stuff is the same price or even cheaper than what you get for 00 from Hornby especially, but even Bachmann. But it's better quality. It's better detail and better quality. Yeah, and that's a shame. I'm not going to wait around that long, Carl. I'm not going to wait around until 2038 for that 100th anniversary. I don't even want to think how old I'll be in 2038. And I just did, and it depresses me. Now I would love the Shinkansen, Eric, but I don't. I know the Chinese high speeds are great. I wouldn't mind a Shinkansen and HO, but they are so expensive because nobody imports them in HO scale. My friend Rio from work, who taught Japanese at the school I retired from, he would love a 3-rail Shinkansen, and if I bought one, he would be here within 5 minutes of me announcing I bought one. And he lives 20 minutes away. Maybe 25 minutes away. But if I announced I had a Shinkansen 3-rail to run on my layout in HO, he would be here in 5 minutes, even though it would take 20, 25 minutes to, by legal means, to get from his house to mine. He would break the light speed to be here. You'll be 82 and 38 in 2038? Wow. Oh, that's how I'm reading that. 2038. Woo! That's a long ways away, kids. It's not that far away. I already look back at things. My goodness, time has flown by. So there's that Azuma, and we got the cam. And this is the best angle to show it, because otherwise it'd just be showing me all the way around. And you'd still have a 4x8 layout. I don't know. I assume I'll still be living in this house in 2038. God, 15 years would I still be live streaming? 52 times 15. I'd be on live stream 800 around that time. Here I am for the 100th Street Friday live streaming. How many of the Knights of the Rhomboid table would still be here? I don't want to think about that. That's too sad to think about. Speaking of which, where is old wifey poo? It is 10 after 5. Oh, I had to do this and I had to do that. I'll do my naggy wife voice. So she skipped last week's show. Yeah, I do like it. I haven't done it in a while, and part of it is because my GoPro and phone and computer were happy in a 3-way relationship, but apparently one of them got jealous and they stopped working. All right, Randall, take care. Did you get called, or you just got to go do other things? Yeah, Roger, and I mean, I've heard many people say that. Yeah, I'll be 75 going on 70. No, I'll be 75 in 2038. I didn't want to think about that. Yeah, I think that is definitely some of it, Carl. I also just think the UK guys have a captured market. It's 00. There's no other 00 in the world. They've got the UK by the horns. and they can cut corners wherever they want because you don't have anywhere to go to. You can't order from Germany and get double O. You can't order from the United States and get double O. You are going to have to go to Bachmann, Hornby, Daypol. Now, obviously there are companies that are hearing the complaining, like Acura Scale and others, and they're trying to produce better detailed, better machinery, but even they are having their problems. But they are startup companies. They're new companies. And in their cases, there's hope that they will fix their problems. Well, yeah, I'll just grow my ear hair so long and just comb it over that way, Andy. Indeed, Roger. Indeed. Coming around, coming around. Oh, blocked by a train. And you know that better than most of us. And the problem is Joyce will probably in 15 years look the way she does now. That woman doesn't age. Peace out. That's one of my favorite Joan Rivers jokes. I love Joan Rivers when she was a younger comedian. I hated her the last 10, 15 years of her career. She just was too nasty and too vicious. But one of her vicious jokes I did like, that was funny, was she was referring to a famous actress, and she says, that woman's had so many facelifts that she gets another one, she's going to have a goatee. And you really had to think about it. You really had to think about it. She gets one more facelift, she's going to have a goatee. And I thought that was viciously hilarious, or hilariously vicious. Man, she hasn't responded to my text. Huh. Dang, woman, come on. Huh. Oh, indeed, Chris. That's exactly what the joke is. Although I will say that when I knew from the earliest age I was doomed to lose my hair. My dad was bald, my uncle was bald, my grandpa was bald, all his brothers were bald. And I know who to blame it on. My great-grandma. Because all the Dodge men in our line of the family had hair until my grandfather's generation. And my grandfather and all his brothers went bald. My dad and his brother went bald. My brother and I went bald. Yeah, there's clearly a line where all the family portraits before that, they have hair, and then all of a sudden, no hair. My great-great-grandma. Oh, you're going to be learning to use your airbrush. Yeah, I'm trying to find where Joyce is. She's not responded to text or phone call. That makes me, dare I say, a little concerned. But, yeah, it's been a here today, gone tomorrow. But as a 20-year-old, my mom would always say, well, don't worry about it, honey. By the time you're 50, they'll have a pill that will make your hair grow back. We passed that milestone a few years ago, and it still hasn't happened. Yeah, my grandfather on my mom's side, my mom's father, he had an Elvis pompadour until the day he died in his late 80s. I think he was 87 or 88 when he passed away. I don't think any man likes it, but it was so much it's happening, and it's not like you wake up one day and you're bald. It's just the bald spot isn't there, and then, oh, your hair is thinning, and then a couple years later, oh, it's noticeable, and then, oh, it's gotten bigger. But I had hair into my 30s, mid-30s. It was, I was, let me see, what year was that? 2002, where I really noticed it was where it was clearly I was definitely bald back here. I still had hair on the front here, but the bald spot here got, and that's when I just decided I just looked too silly, and I cut my hair, and I've kept it low trimmed ever since. Now, the funny thing is, Joyce, even when we dated and I had hair, Joyce said that she liked bald men. Now, her dad was bald. So, there's a little bit of a father thing in there. But, yeah, Joyce was bald is fine. She had no issues with bald. Joyce's thing, she wanted big and broad shoulders, and I had those two things. So, I mean, if they invented a pill tomorrow for $500 that you take it, and boom, you instantly have a head of hair again, in 5 days. Or, you know, but if it was $500 a month, I would just pass. It would be weird to look at myself and see myself with hair now. But, you know, if it was a one-time shot of 500 or even 1,000, then yeah, I'd probably do it. But it was like, you know, the question is, what if it's $100 a month? It's a prescription for $100 a month, and you'll have hair. That would be the big debate one. The only way I could have had an afro when I had hair is if I stuck my finger in a light socket. My hair was very, very flat. And I went through color progressions as I aged. My hair was white when I was a kid. I was a very white blonde. And then I was a yellow blonde in my teenage years. By the end of high school, 17, 18, it was what they called dirty dishwater blonde. And by the time I was in my mid-late 20s, it was brown. And then started falling out. You'd look like Krusty. Yeah, but, you know, it's... They do so much study, and yes, whoever finds the DNA strand that causes bald heads, if they could correct that with a pill, they will be a trillionaire faster than anybody alive. They would make Bill Gates and Elon Musk and those guys look like paupers. Yeah, it's not politically correct, but we used to call those Polish Mohicans. Or a reverse Mohican. I don't know, could I add it? Add image, can I find it? Where would it be? Is it in here? Yeah. So this is Joyce and me when we met. And I had, a month, 2 months earlier, I had been at West Point. This was literally the day Joyce and I met. Our first date. And you can both see we have deer in the headlights syndrome. Yeah, my hair, I had grown really long hair and a big shaggy beard. And like 2 hours before this picture was taken, well, 3 hours before this picture was taken, I was in a small town called Ada, Ohio, with a beard down to here and my hair all the way down my back. And I had to run home, trim the beard as best I could, and cut the hair and trim my hair. Did sort of a quick razor haircut. So I didn't look like, a backwoods axe murderer. And yet, the first thing this woman ever said about me when she met me, she wrote in her diary, "He looks like an axe murderer." But, yeah, So apparently I have a visitor here. So let's go to... Where have you been?
do you think I've been doing? Moving a classroom.
Oh, right. You know, you forgot it was Friday. You need to be here. To hell with your classroom.
Oh yeah, you say that. You know what my anxiety level would be?
Your anxiety's there no matter what, so it doesn't matter.
Valley. It's funny. So, hi March West, hi Tom, hi Eric, hi Valley, that's funny.
Still tilted.
Hi Andy, hi Carl,
Oh, that's worse.
hi Warwick.
Sorry, we need to fire the camera technician. There you go.
I guess so. So, hi Dino, hi St. Blasey. Well, I do.
Hello to the boss.
Yeah, I saw that. So,
Yeah.
well, whatever.
Oh, they don't know.
So, anyway, I'm going to give you a look. I always say, don't ask a teacher how they're doing in
May.
December or May. You have to pray for us. So, anyway, how am I? I'm fine. I'm tired. I've got a little adrenaline going right now, so it is what it is. So, anyway, but yeah, I have to move my classroom at Raymond. So, but it's across the hall just a little bit. Not straight across, but a little caddy over. Hi, yeah. You.
Who?
Lee. Sorry, Lee.
There you
My
go.
brain just went
Wow.
whoop. It went whoop like that. So, anyway, yeah, so, we had tables outside. She's putting her stuff on the tables. I did for the first two things, and, what is the bigger ones, I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to move everything after, just leave your door unlocked. But she's
You
like,
can
I don't
tell
lock my
how
door anyway.
pumped up she is from work by how fast she's rocking.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, I'm always a rocker. Oh, so thank you, Eric. So, hey, Curly, Dwight, Curly,
Dwight.
I know. Oh, buddy. So, yeah, I'm sure I will crash before too long, but of course, we've got work to do out there, don't we?
Well, we can talk about that.
Yeah, okay, we will. Oh, well, a marriage made in heaven.
Your best friend used to look like every serial killer apart from Peter Sutcliffe, and you look like Peter Sutcliffe. Great!
Well, yeah.
No, I was named after a mafia hitman, but yeah, when Joyce met me, I was very tired, brooding, and frustrated because my dad had given me sort of a calling out. It's the first time my dad had seen me in a month, and I get home and all these, and and the only reason I'm home is because I gotta grab some clothes because I'm going on this date, and my dad's yelling at me. Every time you come into town, you never visit your family. You're always running off with your friends. I was like, yeah, gee, I wonder why, Dad. And then I had only found out, 40 minutes before that picture, an hour before that picture, that you were my date?
Oh, longer than that.
Well, we'd gone out to eat.
Yeah, so it's probably 2 or 3, because
No.
we talked a while before.
No, because we took that picture almost as soon as we got there.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
the time, because I found out literally in the car
I
on the
didn't
way
think
to
it
the
was that
restaurant. They picked
fast.
me up. They picked me
Yeah,
up,
I
and
know.
remember I said,
Oh, yeah.
so where's Linda? And they said, oh, Linda canceled. And then I was like, okay, so why am I going now? And they said, this is Joyce, she's filling in. And I went, oh.
Jackpot.
Jackpot!
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, hi, Kiwi Dave. Yeah, it's the weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend.
2 weeks from today, we're hanging out with Jean Ricard in
Wow,
Hamburg.
that is amazing.
Except he's probably fallen asleep. He hasn't typed in a while.
That's okay. It's late for him. So,
He needs his nap. He called me while I was working up there.
11:30. Holy moly, yeah, you could be asleep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't expect to be awake at 11:30. Hey, Artie. So,
I
did
figured
it
you'd
happen?
be knocked out with your drugs, Artie.
Yeah, really.
It was only a few hours ago I saw you.
You had a nice chat with Sean?
Just think Daisy.
Yeah, I turned you on in my classroom.
For what?
I had this live on in the classroom while I was moving shit.
And so why were you threatening to punch me?
No, the stuff you were saying.
Like what?
I don't remember that. But Joyce did. Joyce did.
I don't know what
Joyce
you were
that.
saying, but I felt like
I know I needed to punch you. Joyce this, Joyce that, Joyce that. Like, man.
I mean, was it just before you left? And I was like, where's Joyce? She's late?
No.
Because I didn't say anything negative
No,
about you.
I turned you off by then because I was packing up to leave.
No,
Catching some fish. I got some more fish there.
I didn't talk about you other than to say...
You talked about me a ton. What are you talking about? We were talking about the Azuma. How I beat you up on the Azuma. And...
No, I said how you hit it on me.
No, I raced up the Azuma at York. I took pictures
Oh,
of it
the
for
mallard.
you. The mallard, yeah. Oh, I'm saying Azuma. Yeah, the mallard. Sorry, it's all right, baby.
Kick you in the butt.
Seems like you like me or something.
No, I'm figuring that the...
No, Kiwi, that really is just Jean. So no worries. We really don't worry about any of you, to be honest. You know, you turned this on and you went somewhere. It could happen. Okay, no worries. But Daisy like y'all to hit that like button and get us up to 40, please. We were at 33 when I turned it
Yeah,
off.
there's that
and it slowed
Daisy
down.
voice. Still waiting for those now
I
3 different
know,
videos.
3.
Just do them.
You know.
Oh, you've been promising the one, and then I gave you another one. You said, yeah, you could do that one. And then talked
Oh, I
about a
forgot.
third one, and you said, yeah. I was like, get your channel going again. You were up to 78.
I might be just a little busy right now, you know.
You're not that busy. Stop playing Duolingo for 5 hours, and you can make
Don't
5
play
videos.
5 hours and don't make fun of me. I don't. You can see how long I play. Oh, 39. Super. You guys are responsive at least.
And then they'll
So
mess
hi,
with you.
Lehigh. Yeah, I know. They'll mess with me. Off,
Ian.
on, off, on, off, on. What?
Down to 32. Back up to 40. Oh, well, it was only a few weeks ago
I
where
know,
we were trying to
doing
go for
that. It was
50.
weird, and it
Well, we were
was-
trying to get 50.
I
Now
know. We're just hoping for 40.
we just haven't been.
Oh,
Yeah, I
there's
think
40.
the high I saw was 32.
Thank you, gentlemen and ladies.
Yeah, up to 41 now. There you
Yeah,
go.
super.
And then it'll go down. But yeah.
Oh, that's all right, Bailey. I'm happy to have Daisy to remind you, you know.
Joyce goes out and slaves all day.
Oh,
Yeah, doing the
Yeah,
same job I
working.
did for 5 years less.
I'm working with younger kids. Ooh,
I tried to tell you to go junior high. You didn't listen to me.
yeah, well,
Oh, I don't want to do junior high, kids.
I
Like,
know.
you'll like it better. Well, 31 years in the
it's
elementary.
31.
Now you're
Tell
like, oh
ya,
my
I
God,
have
these
another year
immature
like
brats.
this. I'm going in 4,
You're going in 4 anyhow.
probably.
You're not going to go
Maybe
to...
bad enough.
Yeah.
Someone's got to buy the crack. Excuse me now, you got to feed me now.
I got to feed you now. You got to tell me what you want.
I don't know. I'm tired of paying the high bucks for
I hear you.
ordering. We could run out. See if there's still air in that tire.
I suppose we could run out. But what are you going to get if we run out? Because we used to go out for dinner on Saturdays, and we haven't done that in a long time.
I know.
Well, since the showstopper.
You just came for the drugs? Is that the trains, I assume?
Well, somebody's got to buy the crack, whereas Chris is, you know,
Yeah.
got to work them. No, that's the sad thing. I do this without ever having taken drugs in my life. I haven't even smoked a regular cigarette, much less Mother Nature's herbal
Do
jazz
you have a
cigarette.
stop train, or is it just out for?
It's just out far.
Gotcha.
Up, that is the.
Okay, saying he's had enough.
That's the GoPro. I finally got the GoPro, the computer, and the phone
Nice.
to work
To-
together.
to
So
work
it was
together.
running. So it's frozen now.
Yeah. Okay. It's had enough.
But the
Yeah, the
GoPro
screen is
is
off.
done. Okay, now to couple it, I didn't have to do anything, but I think I will stop the trains temporarily while I take the camera tray off.
You've had it off.
Well, it's to lift
Yeah,
this
because
off.
I see.
You can
Yeah,
get
it would
the
mess you
third
up.
rail.
Gotcha.
There we go. Whoops.
Whoops.
And I still didn't get it back on.
Well, it's the second car off.
Oh,
I
it's
think.
the back. Yeah, I didn't even think I messed with that. Yes, silly kids. Are you on now? Are you on?
How about the
Okay.
second car? That looks off.
No, should be good.
Nope, okay. Don't know what I was talking about.
I don't know why the back axle came off. I only barely lifted the front. Just to unjoin to get my finger under there to unjoin that. I need to get an uncoupler stick.
Yeah.
I had something I was using as an uncoupler stick.
I see.
But it was nice to have the GoPro going again.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure people
Are we going to
enjoyed
take
it.
that to Germany and stick it on my head when we go down that Rodelbahn? That Rodelbahn?
That would be fun.
Stick it on my head, stick it on your head. I'll stick it on my helmet backwards and watch you bouncing.
Yeah, but I gotta go in front of you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I go faster than you.
That's true.
You would frustrate me. Move it! Come on, go! Get your
Yeah, but
foot
at
off
least
that
I wouldn't get
brake.
whiplash like the kids
I
last
know,
time
that was
gave
hitting
me.
ya.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, they.
At least you know German to yell at them.
Yeah.
You'd be cursing at them in English.
Scheiß drauf!
It isn't the same. All right, Valley. I really thought the trains were a drug. Kind of get a little high off of them, I think, especially when you get a new one. No, 1.51. Wow. Look at you go.
What are you watching now?
Connie on Lee's channel sounds like a Carolina version of Daisy. I can see that. Got a cattle prong.
Nobody sounds like Daisy but Daisy.
Well, there's that, but I understood what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. Your enthusiasm is palatable.
The only time I get high is when I'm on a plane or standing on a mountaintop.
Rocky Mountain high.
I'm high on the plane.
Hi, Boxcar Jerry.
Hey, Jerry. Lindy was here earlier,
Okay.
very early.
She had the car.
She kept the car, so she's probably
yeah,
getting
she had
Chris
to go
now.
get Chris.
If you don't like a Castle Class 460, I'll pop a cap in your ass. Well, if you can find one that's a Liverpool SC one, then I'll like it. Otherwise, I don't know. But we, my new thinking is, it's all done.
Yeah.
To bring the individual pieces up and use the nice new smooth floor
Okay.
so I can level it. Trying to do it in the garage, so just
Okay.
bring the pieces up and finish the assembly and drill,
Yeah,
and then
okay.
put it together right there, one time put together,
Yeah.
and then knock out the wall. Now, it's not all because I still have to do the backing. I need to rip
Yeah.
that board, so that's what I'm going to need help with.
Yeah,
I
but
got those two
even
sheets.
if you have the shelves in there, you could take the backing out. I mean, you're gonna have to take the backing out, I think.
The railing out,
The
you mean?
railing, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, tomorrow we got that drop-off thing. We need to load up the.
Yeah, we need to
Truck.
load that up. That's what you were talking about, things to do. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking...
Sods across the road haven't started the barbecue yet. Isn't it a little early for a big barbecue?
All right, Roger, you take care of yourself. Always good to see you here.
For sure. No, I didn't think you noticed. I left my phone at home.
Oh, I thought I heard it ping a couple times, but I
Yeah.
haven't been in the living room much today at
Ping,
all.
ping, I believe you. Yeah, ping, ping, pinged a lot. I had like 8 messages when I got home.
But
Oh, I have fish I need to dig out.
yeah, I probably should have stained these in the house and clear coated them in the house. Because out in the garage, oh my God,
Are
the
you still-
dust.
Okay.
No, the birds didn't get in this time.
Good, that worked.
It worked.
Good, I'm glad.
But dust and wind blowing up debris.
Rugby I'll buy, just not, you know, not barbecue.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. A couple of folks that start barbecues early and they're smoking stuff early in the morning around here.
Oh yeah, if you need a 12-hour smoker.
Yep.
That's true.
I've gotten up and gone outside at 9 in the morning. The only thing is I really wanted to mow today. I don't know if I'll be able to mow tomorrow.
I don't know either.
Hey, Trackside Mike says hello.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, that was the thing, is the one thing that might have been mildly...
All right, see you, March West.
Oh, Andy's taking off. Take care, guys. Yeah, it's that bedtime. It's our dinner time, so we're going to have to... We'll be ending this fairly soon. No, the one thing, you know, nobody has copped to hearing anything.
That's all right, then, Artie. Right, at our... Oops, that's online.
That oops live stream.
Little Lego dancing.
Yeah, you were doing your little bit of dancing. I realized that was online.
On, yeah. Just, you know, the video was on. I was just horsing around.
Yeah, it wasn't one of your sultry dances. No. Holy cow.
What?
Just bing, 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 bing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's not bing, 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 bing. It's boom, 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 boom,
yeah.
boom.
Boom, 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 boom. I will see you when we're here. Okay, sounds like a deal there, Artie. Run over and get some bacon rolls and support their...
Well, you'll eat bacon rolls. I don't eat bacon.
That's true, you won't, but I would. We'll support their club.
Oh, Jean Ricard
hi,
woke up.
Sean. Nice to see you, bud. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
See, we're keeping count
Holy
too.
moly, that's crazy, isn't it?
He was talking about getting butterflies in his stomach.
Really? Nervous? What could you be nervous about? We are just as you see us, but more 3D. Sorry.
Yes, a couple of things will stand out more. I didn't say what. Why do you assume? See, that's your filthy mind. That's your filthy mind. I just said a couple of things will stand out more. And you immediately assume I'm talking about something dirty. See, it's your filthy mind, not me. Heck, you're not even packing 38s.
Ah, sugar. Sugar.
That's still, I don't know, because that was one of the things was your favorite bits of Matt Clark Series 3, and they were all Daisy bits, I think. Although you did like the one Silas bit. Hello, Sailor.
Oh, for sure.
Well then, hello, Sailor.
Oh, we say digger, digger 3 times and he comes? Gotcha. That's what Mike said. I got corrupted by the kids at school. Oh, yeah, I've got 4 more days. Now, mind you, I'm trying to do very engaging things with them and move my classroom. I looked at my own lesson plans and thought, well, those are good ideas, but it's tough, and I'm trying to move my room. Yeah, you're nervous but excited. That's great.
Well, the problem is you said it 6 times, so you said 3 times to make them appear and 3 more times to make them disappear.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
You've crossed streams.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Oh, God. Don't get... Oh, now I got that song in my head.
Sorry. The kids are singing it. I sing it with them.
Your students are?
Yeah.
Oh, God, they sing it?
Oh, they know it, yep.
Oh, wow. Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
I know, you're never supposed to cross streams. Got that right.
Yeah, not when fighting ghosts or in the men's bathroom.
I'm right. So I was thinking, that was a joke they were doing. Oh, that's sweet. Peace and love.
That's a Ringo thing.
It is a Ringo thing.
Peace
It's
and
my
love,
students,
peace and love.
peace and love.
Peace and love, peace and love. Hello, Andy Dobson. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, because you missed last week's show, and you almost missed today.
It's May.
We've got our highest
May?
viewer count. It's
a
May.
very, very busy time of year.
Really?
Oh.
I wouldn't know.
I'm just pointing it out. I wasn't saying you didn't understand.
And yet I still managed to do my live streams.
Well, it's just a little bit.
Well, you need to get a bigger TV.
Screen.
And if you're watching us on the phone,
Yeah.
hey, they are so tiny. He goes to all his friends in Denmark. I talked to these Americans, and they're so tiny. They're only this big. That's like Rocket Raccoon in the second. Yeah, the little guy who was flying on what looked like an egg. He was about this big. He was that big? Well, I'm sure he'd look bigger if he were closer. Peace and affluence to the teachers. A piece of effluent for the caretaker.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good one. A polite way of saying it, effluent.
Yes.
We need a mop and a bucket in the 200 wing.
Yep. Yeah, I still don't have water at my faucet.
Oh, God.
It's going to make cleaning that fish tank a little hard.
Yeah.
They say it was getting terribly murky. So I wiped the sides down and changed the filter. I didn't change the water at all, and it still looked a lot better. So.
Yeah. Well,
But I always do almost a half water change every
Yeah.
time once a month.
It's called old age.
What's old age?
Old age? I don't know. I already forgot what they're talking about.
His peace and affluence, maybe? I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I was lucky. For the most part, the majority of the caretakers, janitorial staff at the schools I worked at were great people. You've had some good and some bad.
I have.
But,
Yeah,
as teachers, Joyce and I both have a rule, which is the most important people in that building to be friends with, the secretaries and the janitorial staff.
Which are the caretakers, yeah.
The caretakers. Those were the people. All right, Eric's taking off. Okay.
See you, Eric.
You get on their good side, and you don't do it to be fake, but you do try to be friendly.
No, they run the school, so it is in your best interest to be friendly with them. A current caretaker, it's a little hard.
Yeah, she's one of the...
She's very aggressive.
But she's also lazy.
Oh, no, lazy is not appropriate for her. She has a ton of energy.
Busy looking busy. Yeah, but trying her to get to take care of actual issues, it seems to have been a huge problem.
I should get those fish out.
Well, I told you, any day except Friday afternoon, I can come in on Friday morning, next Friday morning, and help. I just got to be back here for my live stream.
You probably could use you next Friday.
Yeah, you probably could.
I tall stuff down, I guess. I don't know, though, because there's so much.
I can walk over any day after school, walk past the students, and you just meet me and help you with anything. I volunteered that.
Oh, I appreciate that very much.
And then rejected it. But be that as it may.
I think I slightly offended the teacher I'm replacing.
They're all passed on to the next level.
Actually, there's a few. Yeah, they're going to. They have to go to summer school because they didn't pass the guarantee. So how many kids? I don't know. I think in the low 20s. maybe. Taking the special kids again. And there's a lot of them. It's like
Yeah.
8.
They're supposed to be split up fairly, but
Well, no, I said I'd take them all. Well, we've used garamis.
not
that do-
Garamis, Placos.
Placos that not garamis.
But the problem
Placos
is
that
Placos
do 'em.
grow as big as the tank.
They
just keep growing, they don't
our
stop.
Placos just got so
And
big.
the Chinese algae eaters
I have,
stop eating the algae and eat the food.
yeah, they like the food. It's easier, so they'll get lazy and they'll eat it. No, I've tried having them in the 10-gallon tank, and they don't survive. They don't know
Because
what's
we have
going on, but
the red-tailed, what was it, red-tailed catfish or whatever, those were decent about
Yeah.
it. And they were kind of cool looking. But again, they
they
start
were.
eating the food and then they don't bother eating the algae anymore.
Right. And there's no way to not feed them. All right, everybody come up for the food but you. It is very gross outside. It's like we could have some severe storms.
Yeah, a lot of us, my job, a lot of things I did were taken for granted by
Oh, for sure.
staff, and
But you do what you do.
I did a lot of things. I was very curious. I did get one text message saying that the copier in the workroom has been broken a lot this year, and I said, yeah, because I'm not there in the morning fixing
Right,
it for
'cause you
everybody.
usually fix it. Yep. That don't look promising. Well, Andy, we will not ignore you, assuming we'll meet you. Is he going to Guts?
Yes.
I kind of thought so. Yeah. Joyce get in trouble by bringing in such a grouchy old man like you, Anthony.
I've gone under your building. In fact, a lot of the people there know me.
Yeah. Yeah, our acting principal used to work with them at
Worked at Bowser together for years.
Yeah.
I was one of the few people that kind of said, she tried to let me know who was boss, and I let her know I don't care who's boss.
I got him right away. Good place.
Good for you.
Super.
Good job.
Oh.
But yeah, I just was tired and was thinking of mowing the lawn.
Oh,
But
they ate all the fish in the tank. Oh, that's tragic.
instead, they ate the fish in the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was the one thing. I used to have a couple of big 55-gallon tanks in the
Yeah.
house. Now I don't
Those
know
are
where
great.
we'd have them. Loved them, but it was a lot of effort because you constantly had a lot of things dying off. But just the quality of the fish that you'd buy at the local stores, because the fish stores all went out of business, and the pet stores, the big pet stores, Pet Supplies
Box
Plus and that,
stores, yeah.
the box stores basically for pets, replaced them, and their quality wasn't as good, and you were constantly buying more and more fish. I used to love, there's these fish called tiger barbs, because we did freshwater fish, but we had tiger barbs, and they were a lot of fun.
They've all stopped
as long
showing.
as you kept them in a big school and kept your other fish in big schools. But if the tiger barbs got into a small school, they started attacking everybody. But if you kept the tiger barbs in a school of 7 or 8 or more, they messed with each other and didn't kill themselves. And but that was nice. But yeah, if they got small, then they started eating everybody else.
Yeah. Yep. But
Yep.
I have guppies, and I have a beta in with my guppies.
They've
and
all stopped, Jean Ricard.
He has. He helps. He helps control the population of those guppies, because guppies are the horniest little fish alive, and
Or if you didn't know, now you do.
now you do. Oh my God, they reproduce and reproduce and
Oh,
reproduce.
they
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have anything else in the tank and you just start with 2 guppies in a month, you'll have 5,000.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, Indigo, the beta, will he'll start working on the next
Batch.
batch that comes out. He'll take care of them.
Yeah.
Although he's been hiding a little bit. I
Yeah,
think he's not happy.
you see him. He gets excited because he notices the female's pregnant, and then all of a sudden he's just swimming around with a little bib around his neck and a fork and a knife, little bottle of Worcestershire sauce. You know, he's ready to go. What'd you do?
One of my friends at school also has guppies, and the difference between our two tanks is amazing.
He's got a little grill going in the tank, which is amazing because it's in the water, and he still gets the grill going.
Still gets the grill going.
What'd they do? He's making little batches of batter to dip the babies in. Batter deep fried. It's the only way.
It's the only way. It's the best way. Actually, he really likes sushi.
Sushi is the least, by the way. But all right, so you need to be fed.
I need to be fed.
Next week, I expect you here earlier.
Yeah, but
because it's our last American live stream.
Yeah, it is. Holy moly, what are we gonna do when we're overseas?
I've already talked to Jean Ricard. We're gonna do a live stream from our hotel.
Okay.
2 weeks from today.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so next week is our last American live stream, and then the next 4 will be, but we might do it at StreamYard. Robert Train suggested we do it at StreamYard, and then other people could come up and run trains since we couldn't run trains.
Oh, well, all right. Can
Either
you
that
do
or we buy a little...
Do you have StreamYard?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I got StreamYard. I've got it on all my computers. I just don't use it, but I do use it like to get onto Artie's stream. Oh, there's Lindy Love. Quick.
Hi, sweet.
Hang on. Let's go to Joyce Cam.
Oh, Joyce Cam.
There's the Joyce Cam. Talk to your grandson.
Hi, Kyan.
Oma.
Love you. Sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. Mm-hmm. Love you.
And half the guys on the live stream are thinking you're doing that to them.
Oh, my.
Indeed. Well, Daisy, you know. No, she's a one-woman man now.
Yes, she is.
I still haven't received your leave application. What leave application?
Oh, that you won't be on the Saturdays.
Oh, application for leave. Well, let's see, 8 o'clock our time. I might still make it.
Oh no, I expect to be sleepy myself. We do fast days.
Oh, that's
when
true.
traveling.
It's 8 o'clock this time, so that'd be 1 a.m. then.
1
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I might not be there.
Yeah, sorry. He'll get
I'll
it to you
videotape
tomorrow.
something and send it to you.
There you go.
I'll videotape you something. Got lost in the pony mail. The pony.
Yeah, but see, even when I get all these cabinets moved over, there's still all that other stuff. It's like, oh.
We'll talk later.
Oh my God, I got to email that too back. I cannot do that.
You just need to take it out and say, you're moving me. You're in charge of moving me. You pack it up and do it.
Oh.
That's what
Pony drowned?
that's what I did
Oh.
when they told me the last couple of months of school that
Yeah, but I'm not retiring.
yeah,
There's
you're
a
going to
big
another classroom.
difference.
Tell them to move it. Yeah, they wanted me to pack up all those old classroom books, and I said, nope.
Yep.
What are you going to do? Fire me?
Yippers.
Anyhow, it is that
Hey,
time
Ray.
where she gets hangry.
Yeah, well, yeah, sort of. So,
Hey, Ray, just in time.
yeah, just in time, Ray. Glad you made it in. Give a like if you would.
Hit the
You're
like
42.
button, Ray.
Hit the like button, Ray.
You're going to have to wear a Daisy costume one time. Get that costume that I don't know if it would still be sold with that same model. I don't know. Okay, anyhow, on behalf of the woman running a marathon without going anywhere, we're going to say Auf Wiedersehen
Cheers.
and happy trains. Take care,
Bye.
everybody. We will see
We'll do
you.
that video before we leave. I
Take
think.
care. Bye, all.